Hey guys. Oh, I just realized headphones would probably make so you can hear me a little bit better. Welcome, welcome. Let me just get these all set up. And I do have Hudson with me today, so we might be interrupted, but that's okay. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Let me know if you're popping on and you can't hear me fine. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm super excited to share this with you. I'm sure I'm going to revert back to these in a bit, but how are you? How's your week going? Did you get a chance to tap into my posting earlier today when I talked about feelings on Check-in Friday? Regardless, maybe write that down as a homework piece for you to come back to. All right, I'm going to close this door. He's doing yoga and playing with trucks. So listen, thank you for joining me, whether you're live or catching the replay. I have something I want to share with you, and it's a practice that I've been doing 4 years now, maybe 5 years now, but it's evolved over time. And it's called reflections. So I've conjured this somehow, and I can't tell you how it got started. It just got started. So enough, I just looked at the timer, and it was like, we talked about this in a different live I did about numerology and how that piqued my attention. Okay, so there's a couple things I'm going to talk about today when it comes to reflections. And this is very powerful. I'm actually going to share with you what happened today and what inspired me to share this. First things first, a couple resources. You are going to see me refer to this book I created last year. It's called Design Your Life Your Way. It's a quarterly planner. It's been designed for moms, dads, entrepreneurs, salespeople, people that are in MLM, people that are real. Here's why. There's a lot of information in this book. It's a quarterly life planner. It's about designing your life your way. I'm not going to jump into the details why you need the book, but I'm going to just bring this up because I am referencing the book today throughout the chat. So why it's important is because every single beginning of each day has this piece on here. And this is just a piece for gratitude where you could simply put in your information. So this is today's. There's no dates on these. You can date them whenever. So this is today's, and I have not done this. Instead, I am doing the video, and I'm going to share with you why. So here's a good example of earlier this week where I would just write in the answers or how I'm feeling. And this is not my journal. Okay, so reflections is different than my journal. Here's a different page that has so much love on. So I will be referencing this book moving forward in the demo, live, whatever you want to call it, when I'm talking about my reflections here. The cool thing is this book's available on Amazon, and I have put together some courses for it. But that's not why I'm here. I wanted to share something with you. So every day is part of my practice, and it does say right here in this book, affirmations, journal, affirmations, reflections. So this is reflections, and this is completely different than journaling for me. It's going to be different for everybody. Here's how it works. I have 12, 13 decks of oracle cards. So what I do every morning without fail, okay, maybe it's not morning, every time throughout the day without fail, I always pull a card from this deck. Okay. And I just intuitively picked my dates today. There are some staples. This is a staple. And the reason why this deck is a staple is because it is the essential oil I put in my diffuser in my office space where I'm working for the day. So that's why this one is a part of my day-to-day. And then I'm with a network marketing company where I get my oils from. And it's a win-win. I use them, I endorse them, and they're part of my reflection process. Because what's happening is when you're putting that scent in, it's just like a regular oracle deck. And I'm going to show you that card in a minute. But that scent is now helping you tap into a different emotion. Okay. So that's the first deck I use every day. The other deck I use, and this is important, the other deck I use every day is this one. Okay, it's in my angel book. And how I use this one, and it tells you how you can use it. And for those that are of any religion, it does not matter what you use. Something higher than your rest of my 10 to 20. Okay, go back. Okay. I then choose 1, 2, 3 other decks. It depends how much time I have. So I'm going to share with you the decks I pulled. I showed you those. Okay, so I like to mix it up, and I can show you these questions whether you're catching the replay, whatever it looks like. Okay, so my cards. Are you ready for this? I've evolved to this process. So these are my cards right here, 3 different decks, 3 different cards, plus my angel book. I am going to walk you through how I drew each card and what I responded to, or why I felt it was important to share this with you today, because this is the stage where I have evolved to. And this is going to be very vulnerable, very real, very authentic. And I hope you feel the way I do, that when there's a connection like this, it definitely speaks to alignment. And that's what brings us more hope and joy and love. So my reflection, I have a dedicated book for this, okay? It's not my journal. My reflections. You ready? Okay. Today I'm feeling joy and happiness. Let's see what the cards say and how they're going to help nudge me in the right direction. Then I shuffled my oil card first, and I got pettigrain. Pettigrain is judgment and trustworthiness. Learn new ways of living instead of repeating what you have lived through. How powerful is that? Learn new ways of living instead of repeating what you have lived through. Here's the pettigrain card, the first card I pulled. Make your own assessments of your own environment. Make sure your actions don't affect anyone else. Step into the true version of you. 100%. You don't need permission to be who you are. Make your own decisions and your own assessments. That's exactly what I got from this message, which is telling me to step into clarity and confidence. Okay. Cheeky and naughty, which is kind of fun. Okay. There's a bit more. Whew, I'm just shaking this off because this is a heavy card for me. This has actually meant a lot for me. And even sharing all of this with you. Release. It's time to release negative patterns. Release your duties. Attend to what makes you feel happy. And for those that have been watching this week, I've been talking about doing you and doing things that make you happy and wearing the things that make you happy. I was like, wow, okay, I just did this all week. So here is the affirmation that came with this card. And I like to say them and then I like to write them down. I transmute any negative cellular memory and replace it with clear cosmic energy filled with new positive possibilities. How amazing is that? I'm going to say that one again. It just connects to my soul, and I would love to hear if it has this impact on you or not. So again, this is this deck, okay? The scent, the oil. So you can imagine now smelling this all day as you're thinking this, as you're saying this. I transmute any negative cellular memory and replace it with clear cosmic energy filled with new positive possibilities. Okay, that makes my heart sing. And this is why I had to share it. Guys, this is one of my messages today. You ready for more? The next card, mutable. And that one came from the astrology deck. Okay. Mutable is not me, but let's hear what it says. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So again, this is this card, mutable. Okay. Explore non-attachment today. So when I read that, I am not connecting to the outcome. I am surrendering to the outcome. I'm not attached to how it's going to happen, but I'm already celebrating that more goodness is coming into my life. I am unattached to any outcome. So today I am exploring non-attachment, which goes with being fluid, which with trusting, like it said in the last card. It is safe for me to let go and step out of fear into love. Here's the ironic part. As I was shuffling this deck for a card to jump out, which is what I always do, as I was saying that, or as I was shuffling, I was saying this mantra, one of my favorite mantras. It is safe for me to have it all, and I am brave enough to desire more because I am worth it. I said that as I was shuffling, and that card dropped, telling me it is safe for me to step out of fear, to let go, and to step into love. Woo, isn't that cool? Like, does that hit you? Does that have an impact? I'm just curious. He's playing in the water bowl. It's okay. All right, what's next? Like, I am feeling this. This is what inspired me to reach out today and to share. I don't know if you guys were aware that I do readings for people and I do readings for myself and I practice this, but I felt so inclined to share some of this with you today. All right, the next card was my angel book. My angel book. Remember how I just flip it and whatever page lands is where I open it to. So this is my angel book. And today's chapter that opened up the page says, "Send love to my muscles." And why I thought that was fitting is, again, for anybody following along closely, I've done on my Facebook Live this morning, I talked about my activity levels for the week. How I had 2 Pilates and 1 yoga and 2 walks and 1 run and 2 spin bike sessions. Wow. Of course I need to send love to my muscles. I signed up for a 5K and a 10K this week. And now I'm putting my efforts and my time and attention. Am I thanking my muscles? So this card tells me and reminds me to send love to my muscles for the excellent job it has done, it is doing, and it will continue to do to support me and to be able to communicate feelings to me, feelings of being sore, feelings of needed a rest day. So I wrote this down. Today, I appreciate my body so my muscles can feel relaxed now that they are understood. Let me say that again because I can't read my handwriting very well. Today, I appreciate my body so my muscles can feel relaxed now that they are understood. And powerful. Here's the amazing thing I did this week, though. I did a lot of physical exercise. I also had a massage. I also had a bath, a bubble bath. And I chose, before I even got into this card, not to do anything today, that this was a rest day for my body. Wow. Again, that is connection. I am just like, woo, excited to share. Okay, so then that were my muscles. This card right here. This is another deck that I just chose that I almost didn't choose. And I leaned into this one. And this one is an affirmation deck. It's from the self-care deck right here. Okay, this is what it looks like. And this one says, I got number 11, which is affirmation. And this one says, this one's very fitting. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Forgive yourself for yesterday's mistakes. Practice gratitude for the present moment. I wrote this down because this is huge. This is what connected me to show up for you today and to share all of this. Have you heard of the Ho'oponopono prayer? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I actually forgot to show you this book at the beginning, and I meant to. Your Story Matters. I wrote this a couple of years ago now, became an international bestseller for it, and I've created a course from it. But there is a section at the very beginning that it's called the Ho'oponopono prayer, and I am just going to pull this up for you. This is available on Amazon through my link tree there. Okay. Ho'oponopono. Page 7 is here. Here's what it says right there in bold. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. I'm going to say it again. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. So as a coach, as somebody who practices what she preaches, as somebody who loves doing this work, last night before bed, that was the prayer I said. Sometimes it's mantras. Sometimes it's something along the lines of everything is working out for me. I am so happy, grateful, and blessed now that all of my needs and desires are met. So sometimes it's an affirmation, or like the universe is conspiring in my favor. Sometimes I fall asleep. Most times I read a book and then just a minute of that to help me go to sleep. Sometimes it's breath work. But last night it was this Ho'oponopono prayer. And I was saying those 4 words to myself over and over again. And I realized something when I read this card today, when I was digging in, when I was reminded to forgive myself from yesterday's mistakes and to practice gratitude for the present moment. And you know what? I am normal. I too, just like everybody else, can feel the feelings of shame, guilt, rage, fear, and disgust towards myself. So I was thinking about this and I was like, maybe, just maybe, I was feeling shame towards myself yesterday because of my run last night and being the last one there. I felt proud of myself for pacing myself, and whatever story I was telling myself, I did okay. I have a new time. I can improve on that time. I did it. My lungs were fine from having COVID, and I do have asthma. My ankles were fine. I made myself comfortable, but I think I shamed myself in the process. I was really trying hard to feel good about it, but I know I was feeling inwardly shameful. I know I'm better. I know I can accomplish more and do more. I was comparing myself to a feeling that I experienced when I was 36 years old and what I was capable of then when I was married and I had the 3 girls and I was working full time versus the 49-year-old now who is married, blended family, 5 kids, living closer to home. So I have my parents and I have my grandson and I have my job and I have my business and I have my girlfriends and insert here. My life is different for the better. I've grown, I've matured, but physically, I am not that same person I was 10 years ago. And I don't expect to be overnight, more than 10 years ago, right? 13 years ago. I didn't expect to be that way overnight. Oh, I'm tangled. So why am I holding that much shame on myself? Once I learned to let go, remember my other card said that, to let go, and I don't have the time to waste by lingering around with negative talk. I don't have the time to waste for that. I don't need to be lingering in that mindset in terms of negative Nelly. Anything that is not self-positive does not belong in here. Because I wanted to share with you what's happened with my development with these cards. It's not about my books. It's not about the oracle cards. It's about sitting down and thinking and reflecting on your life. There were so many examples today that I shared with you that happened this week, and my card just confirmed that they did happen. So if I continue to practice this, what's going to happen is I'm going to be on the exact same day, on the exact same pace as to what's going on, or maybe even predicting. This is confirmation right now. These cards that came into my life today after what I've experienced is confirmation. I needed confirmation. In my journal this morning, I was asking for guidance and to be pulled in the right direction. And now I'm showing it for you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Let me know if you end up catching the replay on this, or I guess it's the replay. But guys, thank you so much. I hope you find some magic and miracles today. If you have any questions, if you want to learn about working with me, let me know. Just let me know what I can do for you to help you lean into the best version of yourself and understand what it's like to feel so much. This is proof that I can trust myself because I did the right things and my cards told me so. We're always looking for external validation. But when, how often do you lean in to personal growth, internal validation? not searching for somebody else to tell you your value or your worth. All right, my friends, make it a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, Buttercup.